When you're looking at the outlook of the season, are you looking at it in a positive light or a negative light in terms of there's, a lot of positives to take, but there are negatives as well. So what's your outlook of the season?
I think we've had a good season, a really good season. I said it last time. We were all predicted to have like mid-table scraps, 10th, 11th, because we got rid of Kane and we didn't sign a Kane replacement. Here we are with European football. I mean, Manchester United signed Hoyland, and they can't even get Conference League football. So you really got to see where people what people are talking about when they mean we've had a poor season, where we've literally got European football in a season that at the beginning we were predicted to get like 10th.
Yeah. So, Edward, what do you rate the season out of 10?
8.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
So we finished 5th this season, Europa League football. What should be the aims and aspirations for next season?
Get a striker, fight for Champions League football, fight for the Europa League trophy, and just get any trophy. Carabao Cup, Europa League, FA Cup. We need a trophy next season, definitely.
Are we taking part in the Audi Cup this summer? Maybe we can get that.
No, we're not sponsored by Audi anymore.
I think 7 out of 10. We never expected to be here. To be honest, we were a club in decline. We were a club that after Nuno, after Conte, after Mourinho, that we hadn't really done anything. And we'd just gone down since Poch. And it was a club that was slipping down the table and just brought life into us.
I bear it in mind that I'm a little bit more harsher than what most fans are in terms of how I critique. I'll probably say a 7 out of 10. But bear in mind, a 7 out of 10 is a first-class honours if you go to university. A 7 out of 10 is an A in an exam. Look, I take 1 mark out of 10 off because of the Carabao Cup. I take another mark off because we didn't even lay a finger on Man City in the FA Cup. And look, we did bottle top 4, so I take another mark off. But he lost Harry Kane, but we also spent 220 million, so that kind of balances between a 7 and an 8, if I'm fair. 7. So, look, I'll be nice, 7.5. But I think that's a really good first start.
I'd say about 8.5 for sure. I mean, how many of us, if you would have come to us and said we're going to finish 5th in 5th place this season, we'd have taken that. We'd have been like, oh my God, thank you. That's amazing. Because I personally had thought maybe we'd sneak into Conference League at best if everything went great and we overachieved. New manager, Harry Kane out the door, all these other players coming in, new system that, from a guy that's coming from the, Scottish Premiership, don't know how it's going to work. I mean, it was great. And Celtic fans told us this would happen. They said, you're going to have guys get hurt. Guys are going to get tired. You're going to take some batterings. You're going to have some bad performances. It's just part of learning this system and learning how to play. It's a whole thing. And also, this is the first time since I've been following the club that a manager's been here for a full season. I started following
since Pochettino,
I
think.
Yeah, that's the season I started seriously following, was the season he was sacked and Jose came in. So, and there's something to be said for that as well. And another thing, I saw a stat that we conceded less goals this season than last season. Doesn't seem like it, but we have. So, I mean, there's a lot of positive things to take out of this. Doesn't excuse some of the bad performances, but, it's over now, and now we can move forward and look forward to see what's coming down the pike for us.
Who's been the most impressive player for you this season? Who's your player of the season?
Mickey Van der Ven.
Come on.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this kid comes in. He starts what? He was at the club a week when he starts the first game against Brentford.
I think it was just a few days, A
few days, and never look back. I mean, never look back. I mean, he's so fast. He's just so talented. He's so good. He's saved us many times. I mean, even today, that first goal. I mean, that amazing, he goes on the side, he saves it in from going out of bounds and slides that pass into Decky to finish. I mean, he's just taking right to playing left back. He's at center back, and he's like, I'll play out there at left back, and he's done great at it. I mean, he's a real gem, and I think that the sky's the limit for that kid. He could be a great. I really think he could.
We've asked every caller this question. What are you rating the season out of 10?
Uh, that's I was thinking about it, and I think it should be like between 7 or 7.5. Yeah,
Seven and a
it's
half.
we have a good season.
Just give a rating out of 10 for the season. What's your rating? Out of 10?
Five, because there's
Five.
no expectations this season. No expectations. There's nothing to expect this season. It's all on next season.
Like I said, I think it's just the way we finished this season. You know, we can all go about the facts and stats of the turn of the year having been good, the amount of clip of games we went without keeping a clean sheet, conceding the first goal, losing that 4 off the bounce and everything. That's all part of it. But listen, I back Ange. I hope the club back Ange. I really hope the club back Ange. Most importantly, we've completed a season with a manager. Let's all not forget that first. Exactly. Which is, listen, mate, as funny and as ridiculous as it sounds, it's something of a success at Tottenham with our past history. And I hope he is fully back, because I do want him to succeed. And I think he can succeed if we can get the players out, players in. I will give him all the time he needs. I just hope the club back him and give him the support he needs.
So, what do you rate the season out of 10, Brian?
I'm between 6.5, 7. I think I'm more on the 6.5. I don't.
Lowest of all the other fans.
Lowest mark we've had so far.
Yeah, but that's just like I said, because it promised so much. And like I said to you, like I went on all these channels, that my success gauge for the season was to finish the season with the manager complete and to take the cup competition seriously. And obviously, that was essential to me more than the league. And we didn't do it. We didn't do it. Potentially, it could have been as high as an 8 or a 9. If it's by faith in Ange, it's up there with an 8 and a 9. But how the season you look at it, Maddison didn't really finish the season or the second half of the season, which you could say with a lot of the players. So the potential's there, and if everyone had reached their potential, I would easily have given it an 8 or a 9. But I just think there's something to build on and something to improve on. And people may not agree with anything I say, but stay consistent. And I had my metrics for the season, and the latter part of taking the cup seriously wasn't taken. So that's why it's a little bit lower for me.
Positive. We finished 5th, and after losing Kane, I didn't really give us any chance for finishing any higher than 8th, in my personal opinion. We finished. Finished the season with a manager, and I suppose that's a positive. But I think next season, I think almost again stability for us. You know, stick with the plan. Let's kind of cement our position here, and really have a go in the cups. I was really disappointed seeing us go out in the manner that we did against Fulham and then against Manchester City. If we can do that, then I would see progress. But at the moment, it's almost a one-off season at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. What would you give your rating out of 10?
Again, I'll be very harsh. I am harsh. I've been supporting Spurs since 1980. I've seen an awful lot in my time. Another season without trophy. I can't give a season any higher than 6 out of 10 with no trophy and going out of the cups as early as we did. I'm sorry, I can't give it any more than a 6.